Hi, I'm Kat and this is my August and September monthly media. I've decided I'm just going to make these bi-monthly now because I keep forgetting to make them, and I almost forgot to make this one too. So these are the videos where I talk about all of the TV shows, movies, and live shows that I have watched in the months of August and September. I have 12 things to talk about on this list, and let's jump right in. First is one that I had almost finished the last time I checked in, and that is Veronica Mars. I have now watched the end of season 3 of the movie and season 4. Loved the original show, really liked the movie, and enjoyed the majority of the TV show. I just don't understand how they thought that ending was a good way to continue. Spoilers for the rest of this section, so once the Veronica Mars posters go away, you're good. Like, killing Logan, what? I read an interview where the producer was like, well, for the show to continue, we really needed her to be single. No, you didn't. She could be a kick-ass detective and just overall badass woman and still be happily married. And I'm so confused because if they just wanted Logan out of the way, he's already in the Navy, you could have just put him on a boat and he wouldn't have been there for the majority of the season. So yeah, but majority of Veronica Mars I enjoyed. Next is Queer Eye season 4. Loved it. And every time I talk about this show, just I need the boys to come here and fix my life. 3 is actually YouTube content, but it wasn't originally made for YouTube. It's just where you can watch it, so I'm including it in this. And that is the StarKid productions. Yes, I know I hadn't seen any of them. But now I have watched a Harry Potter musical, a Harry Potter sequel, Starship, Holy Musical Batman, and the first act of a Harry Potter senior year. And they're so good, I love them. And I know the Potter ones are everyone's favorites, but Holy Musical Batman was so good and had so many references, and yes. 4 is The Magicians. I'm still working my way through this show. I'm on season 3 now, and I had thought season 3 was the last season because there's only 3 on Amazon Prime, and I just really hadn't heard anything about the show. But no, there's 2 more seasons after this. I was so ready to be done. Overall, I like the show. I love Margot and Elliot. I really like Julia and Katie, but I could not give 2 shits about Alice or Quentin. Alice I could probably handle if her storyline wasn't so involved with Quentin's. Quentin's really just not needed. Please get rid of him. Also, marketing for the show has just been terrible. I got to this one section, I can't remember if it was in season 2 or 3, but there was a musical number. Why didn't anyone tell me this? I messaged Kate and I was like, there's a musical number. How could you have not told me this? If there is a musical number in a TV show, tell me. And yes, I've already watched the Buffy one, Once Upon a Time, Riverdale, and the Flash/Supergirl. I also really don't care too much about the storyline that happens in our world. I get a bit bored, but I love the fillery world, just all of the fantasy, give it to me. And I love Margot. Other people hate her because she's the bitch of the show, but she needs to be. She's High Queen. She gets shit done. 5 is Hannah Montana. I finally finished my rewatch / actually finished watching season 4 because I had never originally watched all of season 4. And as always, it's a great show. 6 is a movie I hadn't seen yet, but it's on Netflix now, and that is Crazy Rich Asians. And I loved it. I don't know why it took me so long to watch it, but I just enjoyed it so much. But I don't know how I feel about the sequel now that with the whole not paying their female writer properly, and now she's not in it, so hopefully that all works out. But first movie, great. 7 was a live production, and that was Come From Away. If you haven't heard of it before, which most people haven't because it's not really well known, it is a musical and it's set during 9/11 and the days that go after it. But it's about this Canadian island where all the planes, no planes were allowed to fly into America for the next 5 days or so. So they all had to ground somewhere. And in Newfoundland, there was a whole bunch of planes that had to ground, and only 6,000 people lived in this area, and on those planes were 7,000 people. It's based on real stories on what happened around that time and with these people, and it's so good. The storyline about a female pilot, about how all she wanted to do was fly and she finally got the chance to, and then the thing she loved so much was used as a weapon in a terrorist attack. And then another about the animals that were on the plane. There were dogs and cats and 2 red chimpanzees. And then another about an Egyptian guy who like everyone around him was scared of because he was Muslim and you know how people can be, and it was just after 9/11, but he was a good guy and all he wanted to do was help, and it was the cooking that he wanted to help with, and they kept saying no, just go away. But then he finally got through to them and was like, I'm a professional chef, and they were like, oh okay, yeah, come help. It was just so good. Is there pictures in here? Look, there's a picture there. If you have the chance to see it, please go see it. I know it's still playing in Melbourne right now, but I have no idea about the rest of the world. 8 was a rewatch, and that is 10 Things I Hate About You. I just really wanted a fun movie to watch, and I love this movie. I hadn't watched it till a few years ago, and after I watched it, I was like, I get it now. Like, I get the love around this movie and about Heath Ledger now. If you hadn't watched it, it's a modern retelling of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, and one of our main characters' name is Cat, and I love her, and it's just a lot of fun, and I love it, which I'm saying about most of things in this video. 9 is a movie that I now realize I have watched the first half of but haven't finished yet, and that is Teen Beach 2. I wanted another fun movie, and I surprisingly really liked the first one, so I'm watching the second one. They're Disney Channel movies, and the first one is about these 2 people in our world who get sucked into a movie about like that's set in the 60s, and it's to do with surfers and rockers. And then the second one is 2 characters from the movie come into the real world, and they're just a lot of fun, and of course they're musicals, and I really just have to finish this. 10 is another rewatch and a fun movie, and that is First Daughter. So I read Red, White and Royal Blue last month, and I just really needed more content kind of like that, so I watched First Daughter. It's the story of the daughter of the American president going to university, and she's surrounded by Secret Service, and she doesn't get to really do anything or just be a normal college girl. And then she meets this guy and she just wants to be normal. I first saw it ages ago, like when it first came out, and it's a really good movie to rewatch. 11 is a reality show that's actually airing on actual free-to-air TV. I know, I'm watching something on free-to-air. What? And that is The Masked Singer Australia. Yeah, I'm actually sitting down at a certain time on a certain day of the week and watching TV. And the show is kind of ridiculous, but it's so addictive, and I need to know who's under the masks. So the Australian show, basically everyone who's been unmasked so far is like a B-grade Australian celebrity, and the majority of the guessing panel is also Australian celebrities, except one, Lindsay Lohan. No one knows why she's there, and she gets most of the guesses wrong because she doesn't know Australian celebrities. But the show is addictive, and Kate and I live messaged throughout watching it. Alien was Nikki Webster, and literally everyone knew that. Like, you cannot fool Australians when it comes to Nikki Webster. But then Rhino was unmasked, and I had to Google who he was because it was a sports person. And I was like, no more sports people please, because we had a cricketer the week before and he was vaguely familiar, but this rugby guy, nah. I really don't know who like everyone else is, but I like the guesses of Wolf being Rob Mills and Robot being Cody Simpson. And lastly is another rewatch, and that is Big Time Rush, but like only season 2 of Big Time Rush, because that's all that I can access on Amazon Prime. Like season 1 is there, but it's like not available in your region. So why are you showing me that? And then season 3 isn't there at all. And then season 4 is also like not available in your region, but it's also in Spanish. What? Like, Amazon Prime has some great content, but it's got a terrible interface. Like don't show me something if I can't watch it, and get yourself a skip intro button. But yeah, I love Big Time Rush. If you don't know who you are, you're sleeping on them. They were a great boy band, but they were eclipsed because they were like wedged right between and kind of during Jonas Brothers and One Direction. So there you go. There are the movies, TV shows, big YouTube videos, and live productions that I watched in the months of August and September. Please comment down below if you've watched any of these, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos.